Welcome to Cosmic Intuitive Tarot. My name is Tanya. This is going to be a reading today for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. In your pre-meditation, I did see a lot of the different shades of purple around you. So your third eye and crown chakra is quite lit up right now. You might be receiving a lot of intuitive downloads from the divine and the universe. There is something that is within this universe, the quantum realm here, that is coming towards you. It does look like it is some type of either relationship or a deep love of sorts. I also did see like some really fast moving momentum. So there's something that's either pushing you forward quickly or somebody is coming towards you quickly. It can be within a partnership, friendships, relationships. It could even be like alliances at work. But I did see like in your past, there has been a lot of like heartache and loss, possibly even, betrayals. But I do see you moving through that, coming through that. Looks like you have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. And again, I did see a lot of the different shades of purple, which is your third eye in your crown chakra right now. So your third eye is definitely opening up for you. And you might be coming into some psychic abilities or some type of spiritual abilities that are being unlocked for you. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot, see what wants to come forward, see if this is a relationship that's coming forward towards you, or if this is you just in an accelerated movement coming past all those heartaches and loss from your past. Again, only take what resonates and leave the rest. Yeah, there is some kind of rebirth cycle that you are going through right now. You're overcoming that sadness and loss and depression. There might have been some kind of separation here. Two of Cups at the split. So this is some type of soulmate relationship. You got the Four of Swords. So again, you might be in some kind of like resting, rejuvenating, and recharging your energies from what you've been through. We got the Star. That is your major arcana. The Hierophant in reverse. Two of Swords. So there's some type of decision that you need to make here. Knight of Cups. Strength. Leo's major arcana. Five of Swords. It looks like you're resting from past conflicts, arguments, disputes. You got that Death. That's that rebirth energy. Tower. Three of Swords. The Hanged Man. We got the World in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Pentacles. So this might have been an energy that you've been in a while, or this is saying something that's going to take time, some decision, and you do have new love coming in. Again, whether it's in partnership, romance, or friendship, but there is something that's going to fill your cup up. It is just going to require solitude time right now, a time of resting and recovering of energies, a time of going inwards and finding that strength and that light and filling your own cup up right now, pouring into yourself, giving yourself that self-love and self-care. And within doing that, you're going to find some kind of clarity. Could even be a communication from the divine, but there will be clarity through that. It's just going to have to do with something to do with putting in the work. This could also have to do with actual work as well. We'll grab some clarifiers on these cards to get a bit more details, but it looks like you will be receiving a new relationship, and it's your Ten of Cups. It's a wish fulfillment. It's deep love. Can be something you have manifested as well. It is a higher learning, a higher knowing, and trusting your intuition with the situation. So I do see a death and rebirth cycle, a rejuvenation of energies here. Again, you might be in some type of hermit mode, going inwards in some kind of solitude. Looks like there could have been, you may have went through a major separation or divorce. There is some kind of upheaval because you did get that Hierophant here in reverse. And the Hierophant's all about like traditional ways and traditional values, and it's in reverse. So it's an upheaval of that. It can also be like a, a collapsing of old ways, as well as like a false guru. So we'll look into more of that and get some more details, but there is some kind of decision that you need to make here, and it has something to do with things that have hurt you in a separation and a loss that you have suffered. And there is a different perspective that's needed and a higher learning. And again, you did get that Hanged Man, and his crown chakra is all lit up. So you definitely have that crown chakra right now that is lit up. Your third eye is being lit up. So there is some type of spiritual abilities that are coming online for you right now. And you just need to get a different perspective on the situation. Whatever this is for you, it is going to require that strength and courage. And it looks like there's a bit of a fear here of change, a bit of fear of the unknown, and just a fear of repeating possibly karmic cycles here. And again, it looks like you are in some kind of like resting period. Let's see what the star energy is. This is your major arcana. This is all about balance. It's wish fulfillment, but it's also like a rejuvenation and a renewal of energy. It's all about like a spiritual journey. There needs to be harmony and forgiveness, can even be self-forgiveness. We got the Two of Swords. So this is that decision. Can be a decision to work on yourself, to go inwards and revitalize your own energies. We got the Chariot, Cancer's major arcana, the Hermit in reverse, and the Star in reverse. So there needs to be boundaries. You need to set some boundaries here. And that's one of the decisions that need to happen. You need to set boundaries with something to do with your femininity and your feminine side. So this can be with things that have hurt you from the past. It can be boundaries within your own emotions. And it's something you need to stand up for and stand your ground on the situation. The Hermit in reverse, it's like it's not putting in the work in ourselves. It requires a lot of self-sacrificing. It requires, self-compassion and self-love and self-caring. And when it's in reverse, it's a lack of those things. So there needs to be, movement towards those things. There needs to be like more faith within yourself, within the divine, that you can overcome situations, and that you, just don't lose faith, don't lose hope, because I did see in your meditation that you do have some serious accelerated movement and motion. That's either you moving on and ascending, or it's somebody coming towards you. There is a new partnership and alliance that's around your energy. It is something that's going to fill your cup back up. So just don't lose hope and faith in the situation. And it is going to require you to go inwards, make that decision, set your boundaries, and stand up for yourself and give yourself some love at this time. Yeah, you need to trust your intuition on an opportunity here. There is some kind of opportunity, and you need to trust in that. Okay, let's see what the Hierophant in reverse is. Again, this is like an upheaval of traditional values and ways. So this can be like a divorce. It can also be like, could have something to do with like your traditional 9-to-5 job, working for the bureaucracy of that 9-to-5. There could be some upheaval of that. Looks like whatever this is, it is something possibly you've manifested and it's in alignment with you. You got the Ace of Cups at the split. So this is that new beginning, that new relationship. It's filling up your cup. We got the Five of Cups at the bottom. We got something that flew to my right, which means it's an incoming energy. And it's the King of Wands. So that is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So this can be an energy you're dealing with here, or this is the energy that you are embodying. He is sideways, so it's something that hasn't come in just yet. This can be that loss and separation and grief that you've suffered from. It can be that energy, but he's very charismatic. He's outgoing. He's creative, passionate, has power, and he's driven and focused. You got the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. All these energies here came out sideways, so this does have to do with divine timing. It does have to do with that wheel that's turning. It looks like there has been some arguments and conflicts within this energy. So it is, again, it's a period of resting and recovering from these energies. So this could have been somebody possibly that you were in a relationship with and separated from. And if it's not a relationship, it could be friendship that you were separated from, or even a boss, a job, you know, somebody that embodies that King of Wands energy. Looks like there has been some kind of truth that's been exposed to you, though, through this upheaval. So there was some kind of tower moment with the situation, because you got that Five of Cups, which is sadness and loss, and then right under it, you got the Tower. And underneath the Hierophant in reverse is the Tower. So there was some kind of upheaval with this situation, with this energy here, that brought you some kind of clarity and truth. And it has something to do with source. It has something to do with the divine and your intuition. There is some kind of new beginning here. There just needs to be a higher learning and a higher understanding on the burdens that you are carrying, or this energy is carrying. And again, boundaries. There needs to be boundaries that need to be set with this situation here. Okay, Two of Swords. This is a decision that you need to make. Gaining a different perspective on things. Gaining that spiritual enlightenment and awareness. Completing out cycles and closures. Ending all those conflicts of the past. Maybe even some competitiveness of the past. Yeah, it looks like you possibly have been on some kind of spiritual awakening, a spiritual journey here. You got the Lovers at the split. So this is a decision that has to do with some kind of partnership here. Got the Tower at the bottom. So this is, you know, this upheaval has caused you to make some kind of decision, or because you're not making a decision here, it's going to cause an upheaval. Either way, there is going to be an upheaval, but within that upheaval, again, like we saw earlier, there's going to be some kind of clarity and truth and a revelation that's going to happen with this. It is a completion of a cycle. It's an ending so that you can have new beginnings. It's just going to require a lot of patience and planning and some spiritual enlightenment. We got the Knight of Pentacles. It is a slower moving energy, so this may be something that hasn't happened for you yet. It is slow moving, but it is very meticulous, and it's all about slow and steady wins a race. The Knight of Pentacles is a very observant knight. He sees the small things, and again, it's all about like that slow and steady wins a race. We got the Six of Pentacles, and then we got, looks like it's the Nine of Swords in reverse. So you got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So This could have been what this upheaval was. You might not have been receiving a reciprocal energy from whatever this was that you have gone through. But I do see you coming out of sleepless nights and anxiety, maybe even panic attacks that you've been having. I see you releasing those things, those burdens that you've been carrying. And whatever this Knight of Pentacles is that's coming towards you, it is a slower moving energy, but it is going to be a reciprocal energy. This can even be you slowly leaving those sleepless nights and anxiety and those things that no longer serve you behind. But it is for a new opportunity. And again, it's going to take planning and some spiritual awareness and balancing out your chakras. So this can be the decision that you need to make, and it's just going to be a slow one. You might be a bit meticulous and strategic about the moves that you're making, which is good. You should never do anything rash and fast. Let's see what the Knight of Cups is. If this is somebody that's coming towards you with their cup of love, because I do see there's been a lot of, hasn't really come out yet, but it keeps at the split and at your meditation. There is some new beginning, a new relationship and partnership. So this can be this person coming towards you, or this is you on that spiritual journey. The Knight of Cups is also taking that spiritual journey. It is a single energy. Temperance at the bottom, that's Sagittarius is major arcana, but that's all about going with the ebb and flow of things. It's having patience and balance. It's also Archangel Michael, who comes in and brings harmony and peace to the situation. We have the Three of Swords, so this can be that energy of what you're making a decision on from this separation. The Three of Swords is that heartache and loss, it's separation. So there is some kind of separation here. We got the King of Pentacles. So that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this can be the energy that's coming towards you. This can be their sign. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but they're embodying that energy. He's very successful, wealthy. He's abundant, and he's very grounded and stable in those energies. And then we have the Hierophant. Taurus is major arcana. So this person very well may be a Taurus. But the Hierophant's like the spiritual teacher. So this can be you embodying this while on this spiritual journey. You are becoming a spiritual teacher, a spiritual leader, a spiritual advisor. But it's all about that higher learning, that higher knowing of source. And it could be also somebody that you are in separation with. Looks like there's patience, though, and harmony that's needed within this relationship. And again, with the boundaries need to be set here. And burdens need to end. This is something that looks like it has taken some time already. And that might be part of this burden here, because this energy has taken a long time, maybe. Okay, let's see about this death. This is a death and rebirth. It's Pluto's card, but I also see it as Scorpio's major arcana. But it's all about a rebirth cycle, going through all those trials and tribulations to rebirth a new energy. There is some kind of achievement with this energy. Death at the split. Two of Wands, so this is a choice. It's also planning. It can be also like adventure and travel and movement, which I was seeing a lot of movement in your premeditation. So it's possible maybe you are moving. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You might be traveling as well, because I was seeing like accelerated movement, fast movement. And that can just be like you physically moving. We got the Ace of Cups. the 7 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups in reverse. So with the 9 and the Ace, that is a 10. So this is some kind of deep love, wish fulfillment. But this 9 of Cups in reverse is like not having gratitude. It's not feeling worthy. And there needs to be boundaries that need to be set, and you need to stand up for yourself. There's something here about standing up for yourself and setting your boundaries and knowing your self-worth. And in doing so, you do have that Ace of Cups, which is a new relationship. It is all about, like, you know, your cup overflowing. But it looks like the choice is yours. It's a choice to do with a relationship. You got that 2 of Wands and then the Lovers, and going on to calmer waters from turbulent situations. And it's about some kind of truth about maybe karmic past, truth about codependencies, addictions, negative mindsets. And there's a completion of a cycle here that's happening for you. And that's that death and rebirth energy. And there is some kind of collaboration that needs to happen here with the divine. And finding balance in whatever it is you might have manifested here. Okay, let's see the Tower here. The Tower was under that Hierophant in reverse. So this is that upheaval. It's a destruction of things so that new energies can come in, releasing those old toxic ways, behaviors, patterns, addictions. It's an upheaval of something. We got the Emperor at the split, so that's Aries Major Arcana. It's a divine masculine. We got the Page of Cups at the bottom, Justice. It's all about balance. You could be dealing with a Libra, Magician, and 2 of Wands, or 2 of Wands. Somebody's manifested something here. It is an alignment, but again, there is a choice that needs to be made. So this is either you, and you've gone through some kind of Tower movement here, and you need to find balance within something you have manifested that is in alignment with you, and you need to find balance within that choice and that decision. And if this isn't you, this is an energy you are dealing with, and they are planning and making a decision. They're being very strategic and finding that balance within what is alignment for them and something that they have manifested. It looks like this energy, it could also be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that has felt left out in the cold and abandoned. But it looks like this energy is trying to find that enthusiasm, that joy, as a creative spark, something to drive them forward. Or this is you trying to find, you know, that joy and that creativity and finding a new way to move you forward here and come out of feeling like you're in the cold or in some kind of instability. But there needs to be a balance within emotions here, balance within their mind and their heart. Okay, let's see what this Hanged Man is. This is all about that different perspective, gaining spiritual awareness and wisdom. Remember, I had said too that, like, I saw a lot of purple, which is your third eye and crown chakra being lit up, and this Hanged Man has his crown lit up. So there is something about some spiritual downloads and spiritual abilities that are coming online for you through finding a different perspective on things. Yeah, something's going to be illuminated to you through that. You will gain some kind of spiritual awareness and clarity and truth through that. Page of Wands on the bottom. So this is some kind of message. This is something that's going to be brought to your awareness here. But it's a new inspiration. It's creative. It's got a lot of passion. We got the Wheel, so this is something that's in your destiny here. We got Temperance. Sagittarius is major arcana. Again, this is that patience and harmony. It's Archangel Michael, so he comes in to bring in that harmony and balance out energies. Two of Cups, so this is something to do with a relationship here. This is something to do with partnership and a soulmate. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse, so this is coming out of sadness, loss, and depression and leaving those things behind. So again, it's all about divine timing and knowing and trusting what you know and what's within your intuition here. But there is some kind of partnership here for you. And I do see you coming out of sadness, loss, and depression by finding a different perspective on things and gaining that spiritual awareness and wisdom. And that there is some kind of truth that is going to be shown to you here, some kind of clarity, communication, something through the divine. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. Somebody that is trying to balance themselves out. They do feel a bit trapped in something here, whether it's their own entrapments or something. They are feeling trapped and bound by something here, but there is movement. And again, it looks like it's a decision that needs to be made here. But I do see communication coming in or some kind of clarity that is coming in for you. It is a new beginning. It's going to take work. There might be a bit of waiting or just needing to look towards the future and working on oneself. Yeah, there needs to be balance here. If I'm talking to a divine feminine here, there needs to be balance within your heart and your root chakra and sacral chakra. So balance out those energies. If I am talking to a divine feminine, if I'm not, if you're a divine masculine or identify as a divine masculine, I do see you communicating or communication coming towards you. And it's a relationship. And it is a new beginning here. It looks like this energy, whether it's you or this energy, is looking towards the future and is wanting communication. And I do see you communicating. It is somebody that you love. But it's all about that divine timing and trusting in that process of that divine timing here. Okay, let's see what the World in reverse is. This is like not feeling sure, afraid of closure. It's sometimes it is actually seen as closure and completing those cycles, but it is some kind of cycle that's being completed, whether there's a fear around it or not. We'll see what wants to come forward. Strength and courage, which we got the strength above it. Leo's major arcana, so it is going to require that strength. We got Queen of Cups on the bottom, so you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but she's very intuitive, leads with that intuition. She's very caring and nurturing, and she's also seen as a spiritual teacher and healer, which I was kind of getting in your reading a little bit earlier, that either you are dealing with somebody that is a spiritual teacher and a healer, or they're evolving to that, or that is you. It looks like this Queen of Cups could be taking that leap of faith to come towards you. So you very well might be this is a divine pair. This is divine union here. So we have that Queen of Cups. You got taken that leap of faith. So she's taking a leap of faith here. This is your minor arcana, King of Swords, divine masculine, divine feminine. So there is a divine partner and pair here. And it looks like somebody's taking a leap of faith, whether this is you taking a leap of faith towards this Queen of Cups or this Queen of Cups is taking a leap of faith towards you. But there is the sacred masculine and feminine energies here. So this is divine union, but it looks like there is a decision that needs to be made. It could have to do with its instabilities and releasing burdens. And it could be burdens of, work. But I see, it looks like this masculine, whether this is you or who you're dealing with, is on a spiritual journey, which I was kind of getting in your reading earlier. So we got the moon here sideways. It's trusting that intuition, trusting in the unknown. We got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is wish fulfillment. It's success. It's wealth. It's abundance. The Ace of Wands. All these energies came out sideways. So this completion of that cycle is happening. It's something that's in the works right now. But again, it's all about that divine timing. And then you got the 8 of Pentacles. So this is all about trusting your intuition with what you already know. And that it's going to take some work, but it does lead to that 10 of Pentacles, and it is a very passionate new beginning. It is something that is going to be very passionate and creative and have a lot of power behind it, which if it is the divine feminine and divine masculine, that is the ultimate power couple. So it is going to have a lot of power behind this, and putting in that work is going to lead to that 10 of Pentacles, which is a wish fulfillment and ultimate wealth. Well, that was a good way to end that one, huh? So let's get a Magdalene manifestation here. So again, you do have that prosperity and wealth that lies ahead of you. It's all about that spiritual journey, trusting in the process, and know things that happen in divine timing. But it looks like there is some serious accelerated movement towards this. There could also be a lot of mirroring going on. So you and this energy could be mirroring each other as well. Magdalene Love Being, Love Ambassador. Lead the evolution in consciousness from love. Gracefully receive support from others, love beings, and source. Wow, very cool. So again, like I said, the Emperor and Empress is a power couple. And it's going to lead to a lot of power and a lot of passion. And within doing that is going to lead an evolution in consciousness from love. And love is the highest frequency on this planet. So in doing that, you guys are love ambassadors here. And it says graciously receive support from others, love beings, and source. So you have access to that infinite. You have access to that quantum realm. So that's really cool. Very cool card. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And I really hope this has helped. Take care.